first let's turn on.
Both cables are unplugged from the breaker box.
Can you repeat which one is which? Red cable.
Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammal stirs to life.
Okay. Red is fridge.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
So, what do you think of this fridge, Cam? It looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can. Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The optics? I'm not sure what he means by that. Okay, let's do this.
The body is heavier than the and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the bottom. Then 4 minutes to step
Jesus.
into the fridge.
So loud.
The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
Behold, I have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
Talk of the ice bear sarcophagus must not leave this room.
He nods gravely.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
This isn't police work, Cam. It's art. We're artists, and this is our vision.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
He's right. His work would be much more
Achievement. I guess for picking more artsy choices.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Hey, a free roll. Huh, what's the point? What was the point bringing him here if we are going to just bag him?
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features.
Do we have anything for precision, perception? I don't think so. There were some glasses that ceiling sold,
The bear's
but
eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing corpse
have much
hidden
money.
inside its belly.
shit.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
You're right.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man. It's dark and grimy.
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
How the fuck? Well, it seems like we have now some free time. What's the next lead on the main story? Once you're done with it, I guess after I do a proper role, but this can take like forever. Like I could not put points into this until the end of the game. Find heraldic bird, special borscht. Oh yeah, I need to find speed. Where to even start?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slow.
Where do I get a better pry bar? Like, what the fuck? There hasn't been an opportunity. There was also an investigation of the drug smuggling, which kinda stuck. Let's ask Capone, shopkeeper.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Too low of a chance. The guy disappeared.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where this panel usually...
Where else can I find drugs? Where can it possibly be? I could try getting to the roof, maybe? There's also borscht thing.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
You said you are friends with Mañana. Is that true?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. They're friends?
Empathy going to be my translator. What is in the borscht you are making there? point at the large pot.
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Yes?
Boss need more vodka?
It's borscht with alcohol. Interesting. He picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
It will make them more talkative maybe, but also maybe more aggressive. Let's try to listen to logic and see where this leads. No, no vodka. Cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Or maybe it was just for the sake of being a moralist.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Can I help you?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you Lizzie Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort?
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
You caught her off guard. Push her some more.
Hardy, not yet. I had another question.
No. Talk to Titus.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
It's still 3%. Me never talked. He promised you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, Lomi?
He speaks.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
Can we back it up though? I mean, we can push Shanky around. Also Dennis, I guess. Why don't you push me some more and find out, Gimp?
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
He turns his eyes full of hurt to the big man.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Ah, fucking hell. Okay, let's see what's up here. There's a roof, like, how the hell do you get up?
The door is closed. Still nothing. The lieutenant, he doesn't like it.
Well, a gust of briny wind washes over you. Well, I'm not even sure where I can go to further my investigation into drug problem.
Hello, sir. How is the investigation going? Found any curses yet?
Yeah, I found a way into the doomed commercial area.
Oh, that's great! I hope exciting adventures lie ahead. And maybe you can help Mother become less afraid.
Who is that?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your aunt?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
Okay, bye, see you around on it. Oh, what the hell? Suggestion +1, half light -1.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police, open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
The hallways echoes with her cackle. but I'm not joking.
No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
She trails off, leaving the sentence unfinished.
Backyard door. With the smoker. You already were there. Didn't work.
Hey, are you there? I've checked the backyard, but couldn't get in that way.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
Alright, let's have it.
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer to you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you marm me, boy.
The voice snaps back.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
But I don't have a badge.
Hold your horses.
You hear the click of a night latch before the lady on the other side gets caught in a coughing spasm.
I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
She manages to say with a wheeze. A graffitio says, of firing squads for the rich. A potent pour les riches.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
She sneezes into a dirty handkerchief. First, I'm a policeman that asks you to open the door. Are you sure you don't want to see my badge?
I already told you I don't care about any badges.
Are you alright? Should I call the doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
There's a doctor here. She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Who are you?
I'm no one. just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room.
She spits on the floor before wiping it off with a broom.
It's barely bigger than a closet, but I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company, and that's all I need from this world.
She juts out her chin, eyes shining.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I have a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy? Who the fuck is Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Okay, I got it. That's all, thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response.
Thanks, I'm off. Let's get our gloves back. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. A note reads, foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. The sea below looks cold and winter grey. An old grocery list on the table and checks. Nice, I was running out. So there's the balcony. Should I quickly go back to Kuno? I'll be passing by. I think this is the last time I can actually do it, unless I raise the cap. Can't believe this didn't work. The phrase I picked. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall. Also antlers, or branches. Another postcard. Boogie Street 46th. This cramped up postcard depicts an open air market in Boogie Street approximately 5 years ago. A vendor smiles as dead roosters line his stalls, hung by their feet from canopy. Red blood flows onto the muddy street. Blurry shadows of people pass.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
This is the police opening up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Yeah, but maybe we could like talk to them.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. No reply. This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn...
It's a very low chance, and also we have no reason to be there. Yeah, whatever.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
What? It's very strange communism in this universe. Look out, Kim. There are communists around here.
I'll keep my armistice handy, detective.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun.
Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why don't you just go with the standard hammer and sickle? Have to go with the pentagram and the antlers? Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it invoke in me? Finished thought.
You see noble aims, but also mountains upon mountains of corpses. They should have taken a more measured approach. Also, you're really smart. The price of idealism, unrestrained by humanism. Never again.
This box is filled with the cleaning chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Okay. Flip up glasses, the auditor. Sacrifice authority. Yeah, why not, I guess. Balancing the books. Filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac. These flip-up sunglasses were fashionable in the old, but have since lost their popularity. Their thin gold alloy wire frames are a reminder of drug-addled bohemian artists. These days, the sunglasses are only favored by organized crime accountants who desire to look cool. Never actually read any of these. A police cloak made from heavy turpentine. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. The signature white rectangle of the RCM covers the garment's back. Eviction notices and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Apartment 12. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. It's not like it helps me really. Another exit. So this is the balcony to the smoker. The other balcony is probably to the Cindy, the skull crusher. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and cactus. Why is it blue? Just a door, nothing for you here right now. So money, the same as was with the blue highlighted one. So it's not related to the contents. What can it be then? Oh, Kim, are you alright? Where are you going? Kim? Come back.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
Well, it's evening. Technically. He looks around, taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
What are you talking about?
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right? He might know something about the murder. So, tonight at 9 p.m.?
Sounds good. Tonight at 9 p.m.
Tonight at 9 p.m. Right here. Apartment number 28. Good. Let's go.
He writes it down into his little notebook. Better not forget. Door 30. Nothing, it seems. You know, instead of telling that this is the door with this number, you could have just put the number on the door. Well, just a thought.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number.
The door is locked, so you can't get in. The chair's new. Someone lives back there, here. In the cage. A graffito. Like eyes as windows. Ah, shit.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Form a guess about what happened.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Take in the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet rolled over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains.
Wish I could see anything though.
What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Who did this damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels. They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol. Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
How come do you know who shelled our city?
The Coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
He does not like talking politics of this kind.
Time to go. Above, tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers and nails rusts.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves, but here you are.
That's right, we've evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
Explain to artistic intentions, and I have 8 conceptualization. It's still super low. I'm not going to even attempt. This is not going to work out. Wait, what? Oh, this is not a way back. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Jingy. Enough coal to last for several winters. Smells of chemicals. Oh wait, isn't this where we heard the voice? +1 electrochemistry, -1 reaction speed. Pour le home laborer jeans. God ass. Hand-sighted. Although these jeans look worn, the wearer must have had an ass given to them by the mighty lord himself. That beautiful peach-shaped man-ass has imprinted itself so deep in the fabric you can't but wonder if wearing them would start molding your own vague rear side into a more shapely form as well. $5. Nothing else. I don't like that I'm just wandering about, but like, what else can I do? I don't have leads.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Word has traveled, yes, but nothing of real substance has surfaced yet, I gather. Wild Pines has eyes on the intersection, but not ears.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout. It would give them a read on the entire quarter.
It appears we are being monitored every step we take, colleague. Did we have any other business here?
By the way, I've talked to Everard Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I didn't. He's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. Everard Clare is a hero of the workers' movement. He's the champion I've sworn fealty to. He's a bloated rainbow socialist. I can do business with him for a socialist. He's reasonable. One sec. Gotta release a cat. Yet again. He's not the champion I have chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you and the cause of capital. I have a feeling the international community does not approve of him. I didn't.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually...
She answers her own question.
Corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Worm-like corruption, reaching into the bowels of the earth.
She looks at the ground and nods.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Worm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Now when she mentioned it, I don't want to express my opinion on anything with her.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Yeah, but also it's not a great strategy. I'd rather not talk about something else. I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later, down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Should we go for the reality? We haven't fucking progressed in cases.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
What times are these?
These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late.
She puts her finger to her lips, then points at you. Got it, another question then. What is this acute encephalopathy?
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out.
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not to invest too deeply in the condition of this doomed detective, in case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
What causes encephalopathy?
Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Oh, it's probably from surgery then.
That seems unlikely.
James view thought complete. Okay.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
I'm just waiting for the person, just one person in this game to just be bedazzled by what our character is saying. Like, they keep their cool on every crazy question he asks.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
She concludes.
It must be. This is the greatest and the kindest arrangement the atoms had in them.
The best of possible worlds.
Indeed. There is a term of endearment they coined for it, in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Elysium, the world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
Disco hell? What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
Okay. I don't feel like I have got the whole picture yet.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
She raises her finger to her lips. How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways? What shape of is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark grey corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Oh my god, wait, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
Her voice becomes homely calm. She lets a moment pass. The pale, and what do you mean corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here.
So it's like the... Yeah, I actually have no idea. Dark matter doesn't really fit.
But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut bring us together, however naive it may sound.
How also can you mix a sphere and a corona? A fractured corona doesn't feel like it's gonna bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if it is disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale? What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
What?
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean it's not part of reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering from a recent medical episode.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics. What do you want to know? Anything.
Talk to Joyce about the pale without Kim. How can I get rid of Kim? Only when he's at his room, just after we smoked at the balcony, I guess.
This is not going to happen with the lieutenant present, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Volition 1. God damn it. It's because of the damage. What is... Think of something close to you.
6 kilometers southwest, in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happened to Tequila Sunset in Martinez?" "Yes, he lost his mind," Tilbrook answers, fingers on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." He pulls it out slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. We always do.
What am I?
You? You're an officer of the RCM.
She says energetically. The River Show Citizen Militia.
Preciso mundo.
Good. And what is the River Show Citizen Militia?
Nothing more nor less than the de facto law enforcement body of post-revolutionary Revachol, Detective.
Yes, we are the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Lieutenant steps in to make a gesture encompassing you both.
He's being sarcastic.
You said de facto?
Yes. That means not de jure. The RCM acts in what is poetically called the twilight of international law, both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin.
What do you mean?
The RCM's responsibilities are defined by the Emergency, Wayfarer and Aliments Acts, 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in a, let's be honest, laissez-faire stasis to the benefit of foreign capital.
All 3 are good to know when we are out policing.
So I'm basically one of the good guys. So I'm basically going to avoid this subject and ask the next question in this line of inquiry. So I'm basically a lackey of capital.
There's nothing basic about your role, Detective. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it.
Shillings in.
Yet, on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of you.
Why?
The post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Revachol in the 20s was hell, especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the International Zone because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace where the coalition failed. A true blue citizens' initiative. They will never forgive you.
She smiles.
That's somewhat of an exaggeration. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement.
The lieutenant interjects.
Ravacholians get to keep the peace in Ravachol, and the coalition doesn't have to worry about it. Anyway, sorry to intrude. Please continue.
Yes, Lieutenant. Permit me to conclude with this. Who you are, to me, is the police. The only legitimate law enforcement authority in Revachol.
Thank you, ma'am.
And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I'm here to help.
Kim trusts me, and this is weird. Based on what? What was the RCM again? Why would I want to ask it again?
Nothing more nor less.
Yes, we are the Ravachol.
He's being sarcastic.
Yes, that means not de jure. Permit me to... And if those authorities drink so hard they need help recalling the basic terms of reality, well, I am here to help.
What is this? Spread your hands.
A bird? A Svenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
I meant, what is this place here?
Ah. This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or 2.
She looks around. What is Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A?
A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old.
She looks up at the crumbling facade.
This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course.
Who lived in them?
Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Splat, splat.
How is she fucking listening in from this far away?
Wonderful.
What is that? Point to Cindy the skull.
The girl in the old lady rags.
Ish.
Looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture?
Yes. You and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
I understand everything. Make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
She pauses to take a long, leisurely sip of tea.
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
Oh no. Nah.
Of course, no time for silly infracultures. There are more pressing, reality-centric questions to be asked.
We don't really need to ask him to step away, and also it could cause some mistrust, I guess.
Glad to have been
We
of
can just
assistance.
sneak in after it becomes like at the end of the day, just as we're going to sneak in to steal the boots. Okay, yeah, this is the time where I have to say goodbye for today's. Did quite a progress here. Still feels slow though. Yeah, I'm guessing there's not going to be extra cases. It's just going to be one case, considering the playtime. Yeah, but the case itself also is not the actual point of the game. It was more of a like a skeleton. There's so much themes and concepts around, and just thoughts and wackiness. Well, gotta get going. Thanks for hanging out.